when we first started doing this, it's fucked up thing, we didn't think it was going to go this far. And now it's turned into almost a bi-monthly event of epic proportions. What can we do to better it? What can we do to get louder? What can we do to make you stand on end? Well, you're just going to have to stick around and find out, because this is What's Fucked Up July hot edition.
You know how excited I was that today was What's Fucked Up? I haven't changed my clothes since Sunday. I'm wearing the same shit I wore to the races.
Awesome. That's awesome.
And I haven't showered either. You know what's fucked up? Soap.
Soap is overrated. Don't you stick around with that. Soap is so overrated. I'll tell you what. So how's everybody doing out there? How you doing, my friend?
I am fucking fantastic. Relaxed.
Relaxed and chill. You just got back from your vacation. You got to go back to work. What was it, today?
Yesterday I went back and was there today, and I'll be there tomorrow all the way through Sunday. I'll get my one day off and start it all over again, man.
Yeah. It's funny, you come back from vacation, you actually almost kind of think to yourself, like, oh, man, this doesn't feel like you really left for like 7-10 days. You know what I'm saying?
The funny thing was this vacation it was a week and 2 days. It felt like 3 weeks. I had to pinch myself this Sunday when I was at the races, and I'm going through my little Facebook gimmick before the race, and it said somebody commented on one of the Tito Santana pictures. That was only a week prior.
Yeah.
It felt like 2 weeks earlier. That's how relaxed I am, man.
True. No, good call.
No fuss, no muss, no drama, no bullshit. It was great.
No crap. And
now it's time to get your rage back so we can do the show.
Thank you.
You guys,
I did have some rage, and I'll get to that in the
look about you. It's a little bit more brighter in the studio.
Yeah, I feel brighter.
Our main man Eddie Focus here won a gift card and contributed the donations of it right to the show with these fantastic new studio lights, which a couple people have already said, hey, look out, you can see the wrinkles more and the gray hairs. So
I don't have any wrinkles.
Thank you for that. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
okay?
Right? Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
So before we start off with our extravaganza of What's Fucked Up, which I know we're going to try to stay out of Florida. It never happens.
I'm keeping mine strictly in New Hampshire, motherfuckers. You have no idea what kind of stories I've come home with.
Oh, I believe it. What's up with everybody? How'd everything go? What's on your minds?
Yeah, let's start with Ed this week. He's over there fucking around on his gimmick phone, doing his thing, producing.
I'm actually on the board.
Oh, okay, good
Working
job.
the board.
Work that
is
board.
My job.
Chick, what?
You know what's fucked up?
What's fucked up?
Co-host with no respect.
I can't see behind the computer, dipshit. I don't have X-ray vision and shit.
No respect. Even no respect. Motherfucker.
Oh, might as well get
double no respect.
Fucking respect. Double bullshit. Get out. Get the fuck out of my house. When did Jim Cornette arrive?
He's always.
Get the fuck out of my house, eh?
He's always
might as well get this out of the way. Okay.
Good.
So, very recently, Kid Rock has announced he's running for Senate in Michigan.
No. I heard that news on the news.
Caitlyn Jenner plans on running for Senate in California.
No.
And very recently, a committee has filed paperwork with the Federal Election Commission for a certain Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Or as we all know him,
The Rock.
Is this politics now?
No.
Is it?
Hold on one second.
It's become, like we had talked about before, it's become some sort of sick reality show.
Exactly.
Obviously, you can go further back from Donald Trump. You can go to the whole California election recall, where you had porn stars, Gary Coleman, the whole Hollywood ilk running for this office, and the winner was Arnold Schwarzenegger. That, to me, began the whole run. You can forget Fred Grandy from The Love Boat because he's still doing it. You can forget Ronald Reagan because you separated Ronald Reagan, the actor, from Ronald Reagan, the politician. There was no separate the governor. He gave himself the name the governor. I mean, we joked about it on your post and on other posts that I saw on wrestling boards that I belong to. Is The Rock going to speak in the third person when he gives a speech? Should he win? And with society being the way it is, he's almost a shoo-in to win. The president says you can take your high-range ballistic missile, shine it up real nice, turn that son of a bitch sideways, and stick it up your candy. Is this what the world is coming to? It's just so unfortunate. The worst thing is, I heard a comedian say it years and years ago. Every year our choice is between, oh no, and oh God, fuck no. This past year it was between, oh God, fuck no, and why would we? What's going to be going forward? The Rock, if he runs as a pub, and say, I don't know, Ted Nugent, if he runs as, I'm just spitballing here. Are they going to have a steel cage, barbed wire, electrified fence death match to determine the presidency? Fuck the vote. Let's just throw him in a pit and let him fight. It's becoming ridiculous. And if The Rock has political aspirations, start low, man. Start with a city council or a governorship or something. Kid Rock, same thing. Start low. Nobody is going to buy, least of which me, Kid Rock, the American badass, and you can throw
sell out.
Exactly. The summertime bullshit song that everybody loves, as a senator. What's he going to show up in? A wife beater and board shorts?
He's going to have to buy a suit. There's a dress code.
Oh, my God. It's just become so ridiculous. The world.
What I find funny about The Rock, though, I've noticed how quickly, Democrats are rallying around him. The Rock has never been a Democrat. He's an independent.
Well, wait a minute.
He was registered as a Republican at one point.
I'm trying to remember which he opened.
He's been at both conventions.
Yeah, he opened both. You're right. Right.
He's not necessarily one or the other. So, and he hasn't registered as a party with the FEC. So it could be just an independent run.
Right.
In which case he's the wild card. In which case, Trump will win again.
No, fuck. Anything but that.
Honestly, that would be the one thing I think that he would win. Otherwise, I don't think he can win it a second time.
Again, we've passed the 100 days. It's now 7 months into the presidency. You have 5 more months, Donnie T, to show me you are serious about this job. So let's get that out of the way. I said 1 year. The jury's still out. I see more wrong than right with his presidency. I think we all agree. There's more wrong than right.
A lot of nothing.
A lot of bluster.
The healthcare is dead.
He's not selling you the steak.
No.
He's selling you the sizzle.
Well, he's selling it well done with fries and ketchup.
Yeah, well, Golden Corral does a great business with that, too. Doesn't mean I want to spend my money buying a steak.
You know what
there.
I found out about him?
What's that?
You know what's fucked up?
What's fucked up?
He doesn't email.
He doesn't email.
He writes it longhand and he has somebody type it up for him. He doesn't actually use email.
That's pretty old school.
Email.
All right. Yeah, the whole Twitter thing still, Donald Trump. The whole Twitter thing still pisses me off on a daily basis because again, I'll go back to my vacation. Every morning I get up because the sleep cycle runs on the same wake up at 7:00 in the morning bullshit, and I turn on CBS News this morning and there's brand new tweets from Donnie T. President Fuckknuckles said this. President Fuckknuckles said that. President Fuckknuckles said this. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, somebody take the fucking phone away from this guy.
No, it's not going to happen.
And now,
first of all, that's his go-to. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's some people who can't help but instantly go to Facebook or Twitter for what they're feeling.
We had a lot of new viewers on the Facebook.
Exactly.
Hello, Jamie. Hello, Hazen. Purple Hazen. Hello, Adam. Angie's here. And hello, Sarah. So I got a whole weekend
of went home just to watch.
Yes,
right.
She could have watched it live.
Just stayed here live
with the fantastic new lighting rig.
But a lot of people, and just like you said, he's a reactionist. As soon as he hears something, he's got to react to it. He's got to say something out there. 9 times out of 10, do you regret putting that shit out there? Yes. Do you regret fucking saying what you end up saying? Yes. Is it still out there?
I don't think he regrets it. You know what? Here's the funny thing about Donnie T. I don't think he regrets a damn thing he says. Whether it's uber fucked up or uber conservative, even if he just tweeted, I had macaroni and cheese today, I don't think he regrets anything that he says.
But it's not the right mac and cheese.
No.
It's the same mac and cheese Putin likes.
which is Velveeta shells. We all know this. Donnie T. Jr. came back with that
Putin
information.
likes dick cheese. Get it right.
So let me ask you this about
No,
the
it's
Twitter,
not
though.
screw her. Oh, Adam, wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. Offsides clipping. Adam, your comment is best president yet. Somebody help me with this. Adam, you're Canadian. You can't tell me that. You can from an outsider's point of view, but
Actually,
I think he's fucking with me.
Actually, I'll agree with him because...
Oh, God, here we go.
No, because
The most
Justin Trudeau is fucking terrible. The president of Canada, no disrespect if he likes him, Trudeau is terrible.
You know what?
He's passing hate speech laws and stuff that's fucking terrible.
I understand.
Like, you could go to jail just for saying, I think Islam has problems.
Here comes
you can go to jail for that.
Here comes your first fucked up New Hampshire story before I even get into anything. You want to talk about Donnie T?
Before you do, can I just, real quick on the Twitter.
Go ahead, and I'll get to the Donnie T point.
If Donald Trump blocks you on Twitter, do you think that should be like a violation of First Amendment?
Yes, because you have the right to free speech as long as you're not slandering somebody. That's in the laws.
Yeah, I agree.
If you were to say, "Hey, Donnie T," I don't know how you're supposed to, Mr. President or whatever. First of all, fuck him. If you go and say, "Hey, I'm not really in line with your stance on foreign policy," and he blocks you, yeah, you're damn right. That's a violation of the Constitution. Fuck him.
But it's his personal Twitter. It's not the POTUS Twitter.
You're the president of the fucking United States. You swore to respect, uphold, defend the Constitution of the United States of America.
Yeah,
Fuck
I think
him.
it's the same idea. Like, say if I take over just out of the blue, I win Wendy's. I become the president of Wendy's for a whole year, right? Now, there's the Wendy's Twitter account, and then there's the Mike R. Smith, Portugal Viking Twitter account. Now, everybody knows I obviously work as a president of Wendy's because that's the first thing I'm tweeting. President of motherfucking Wendy's, bitches. You know what I'm saying? Free fries for everybody or free fucking nuggets for everybody. So my shit's going to be like completely different. Who knows? Maybe, maybe I do something stupid. Maybe I do turn around and I'm like, oh, this stupid bitch comes in and asks for, a freaking soft, a half chocolate, half fucking vanilla frosty. Get your fucking finger fried eating ass out of here.
First of all, there's no such thing as vanilla frosty.
There is a vanilla frosty.
No.
Yes,
that's not a frosty.
This is why we can't have nice things. This is really why we can't have nice things.
I find the idea of vanilla frosty offensive.
Why?
Look, all I think of vanilla
frosty is a chocolate ice cream delicious dessert.
Have you ever had ice milk?
No.
That's what a vanilla frosty is.
Only in a white Russian.
Ice milk. That's exactly what that is. It is just gross. Gross, man. Gross. But regardless, I make these wild claims, and even though I'm the president of frickin' Wendy's, they'll still hold Wendy's accountable for it.
That's a private company, though. It's a little different.
Yeah, but you're still president of the United States. You're still running a business. Regardless, end of the day, America's a business. That's why. I think.
It's under a different set of criteria.
It is, but I mean, honestly, it's set up like a business, and this is why freaking Donnie T is so good in his position because he is a fucking businessman. That's why he got bought into this fucking system in the first place.
I think anybody who
do you want to run a business?
Up in
fucking Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump?
Oh, I said it before. If Richard Branson was American, that would be the guy to be the president. But we got stuck with Donnie T. Bill Gates would have been a great president, I think. But hey, who am I?
I think he molests hot dogs.
I'm glad you were not with me this weekend, and I'm pointing at you specifically, Ed.
Probably because I'd be like, "This sucks."
Oh no, you would have had a great time. It was fantastic. But we saw a guy, Ange and I both did, who had the University of Miami U, the green and the orange, tattooed in the middle of his chest with the Nike symbol underneath it. Now I'm sure that's an older tattoo. It was a little faded, much like a lot of mine are faded because I've had them forever. But on either side of the U, he had the letters that spelled out Trump tattooed to his chest. And this guy walked around shirtless all weekend. And I'm sure he caught some guff. I just looked and went, you actually tattooed that to your body, you sick son of a bitch. That's what this has become. It's a reality show. Now people are getting Trump tattoos and it's gone beyond ridiculous.
Nobody should ever worship a politician, any politician.
Except John F. Kennedy, God bless his soul.
No, even fuck him.
I'm fucking with you.
Even fuck him, but I liked him, but I wouldn't tattoo him to my chest.
No.
Oh, I wouldn't be right.
And I'm sure this guy in the 90s, he was probably about our age. He was well built. But he was probably about our age. A little gray on the sides, temple action going on. And he had that University of Miami U, so he was a front runner back then because Miami won everything back then.
Oh, yeah.
Little Nike swoosh, which means he's a bullshit artist. Colby says, we saw that guy too. She was at the race too. Well, way to go, Colby. And now you're a front runner, and now Trump's the president. You get the rest of the tattoo put on your chest. How much of a fucking idiot do you have to be? And then to go shirtless in a very Republican area, you've got to be fucking kidding. And he's not. He's pissing off Republicans everywhere.
Maybe he got his attention though.
Oh, he ran on the Republican ticket. He got the nomination. He bullshitted the right people, and now he's pissing them all off. And he said it 30 years ago. If anybody has seen that clip where he said, if I ran, I'd run as a Republican and this, that, and the third. It was on Oprah Winfrey. Go check it out. It's on there. It's on the YouTube. Once you're done on the Loki and Jabroni channel, go check it out on YouTube.
But
fucking Trump.
So in summary, to my original point with the tattoo and everything, again, you got Caitlyn Jenner's going to run, Kid Rock's going to run, The Rock. Is this going to be politics now?
Which daughter is
Are there going to be jerseys now?
Which daughter is Caitlyn again?
Oh, no, that's not the daughter. See, sometime about 60-some years ago, a man was born named Bruce, and he wanted to decathlon.
Oh, that's Caitlyn.
Yeah.
That's okay. My bad. She kind of fell off the face of
and
the
after
earth for a little
65
bit,
years, he decided, I just want to live as a woman. And
Yeah.
And
there's nothing wrong with it.
Here's a kicker. He's going to run as a Republican.
Oh, God. Hold on.
Like,
what the fuck?
But like I said, is this going to be politics now? It's like, is it going to get to the point where Loki here is going to have to yell at each of us, and it's like, you can't vote for them. That's not your division.
It's quite possible.
And,
it's quite possible.
I could be there.
In a Connecticut election, it's like, dude, you're in District 1. You don't vote in District 1. You vote. Anyway.
Right.
What you got?
All right. I got to throw some shout-outs. This is what's on my mind this week. First of all, fantastic race weekend. The winner was Denny Hamlin. Kyle Larson put on a great show. He was chopping him down. Started at the rear of the field, finished second. The guy had a rocket underneath his ass. My guy finished fifth. Props to you, Kevin Harvick. Let's throw some love to Woodstock Inn Brewery. Went and took their tour. Jacob was a fantastic tour guide. He did a great job. Got these 2 glasses for free. This one actually only gets, this beer, the Fellowship Ale, only gets brewed, I believe, once a year for the Rotary Club, and we got one of the glasses. We're the only non-Rotary members, I believe, to have this glass. So props to us and props to Jacob and Woodstock Inn Brewery. Once again, go to the top of the Loki and Jabroni Show Facebook page if you're not already a fan, and please donate to Baby Gage. Still need your help. Brother is crawling now, but he's doing it like a bear. Front 2 paws. Did you see that video? And the one good leg, and he's trying, man. He is kicking it.
That kid's going to be a monster when he's older.
He's going to be
jacked.
Buff as fuck. But he still needs the help for that leg. So please, if it's $1, $5, whatever you can, top of the Loki and Jabroni Show Facebook page. There's the GoFundMe. Go donate to Baby Gage.
Say even share, man. It shares, even like we said, even $1, $5, at least it gets put out there again more times. Yep. Free advertisement, man.
And one more shout out to Corey Huffnagel, who was sitting next to me during the Xfinity race. He has his own live NASCAR, almost like a podcast, but he only does it on Facebook Live. Unlike us, we go on the different platforms. He is only Facebook Live. We got to talk, and he saw the giant yellow sign. He did a good 12-minute interview with me. I pimped the show, of course, and I wanted to throw him a shout-out. So find Corey Huffnagel, or I will share his page on our page later so you can go hear his NASCAR and F1 once a week video diatribes or happiness, as it were. Really good guy. Him and his girl are now fans of the show, and that's networking, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Pay no attention to the monster girls. One of them touched my ass. I didn't want to say that out loud, but it's true.
So I got a chance this past Friday, to take the boys to Six Flags. Had a good time there. They had a food and brew festival.
I saw that. I was jealous as fuck, but I was at race weekend, so I couldn't be that jealous.
It was actually really, really good. For $20, or no, I'm sorry, it was for $20. You got pretty much, it was 20 tickets. So it was like $1 a ticket, right? Now the best thing was if you got a 12-ounce beer and there was all these great crafted beers, all these incredible crafted beers. It was 16 ounces worth three tickets, or you can have a taster for 1 ticket.
That's almost as good as a deal as the Woodstock Brewery, man. I am jealous as fuck
and
now.
And the tasters were 8 ounces in themselves. Now, the first couple I had a 16er. I was like,
Of course.
And then I see these the testers, and every time you go up to these fucking people, you're like, make sure you fucking know head on that shit, all right? So you're walking around like fucking 4 testers, man. Fucking 4 tickets. Like, dude, I had, for the first time ever, I got to give it to him. You look at the list first of all, and I've said it before. I'm not a huge IPA guy. I've never been a huge IPA guy.
I'm going to step back for this one because I'm waiting for what. Hi Danielle, how are you? I'm waiting for what you have to say. Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm an IPA guy. It's plain and simple. Wachusett makes the Green Monster IPA.
Fantastic.
7.4 say that properly. The Green Monster.
Yeah, the Monster. I'm sorry, the Green Monster.
Oh, that reminds me. Remind me of the video. Please remind me of the video when you're done.
What a fantastic IPA, first of all.
Everything Wachusett does is really gold.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I haven't tried the Green Monster, but I guess now I have to.
You got to, dude. It was one of my 1 tickets, and I went back there for 3 tickets for the fucking 3 tests. Of course, they had the juiced out there. I hit that up. They had this one. It was a pink cider. It was actually made from cranberries. Mm-hmm. Not bad. No, I'm not a big cider guy. But
I lost my taste for cider a long time
ago. I had to try it. You know what I'm saying?
You know why? The market got flooded with a lot of the hard ciders, and you lose count and you lose track of the good ones versus the bad ones. Yeah. I get it. I'm totally with you on that.
I had a dogfish, which was just a basic American. Then I had a couple other like basic Americans, which were nice. They weren't bad, but I kept going back to the IPAs,
man. I think
man.
You're a basic American.
The thing was, you had a little checklist. Right?
I'm not even going there.
They had a checklist for all the beers that you want to test off.
Oh, wow.
And right next to them, they actually had the percentage of alcohol each one of these beers had.
Oh, of course.
So, and then on top of it, they had all these fucking really cool food events. So they had this one thing. It was for 3 tickets. You can get fried mac and cheese bites. Things are like these fucking big. You have like 5 of them. You had to wait like 15 minutes for these fucking bad Larrys, but man, they were good. Fucking kids housed through like fucking 3 of these.
I can imagine.
3
and your kids eat half their weight in food per day.
And then they had this thing. It was called you could either get a meat cone or a dessert cone. If you got a meat cone, you get shaved fucking beef in this big fucking like hot fucking baked cone, like deep fried cone. Or you can get ice cream where they fucking slap like fucking just a shitload of ice cream and then put like fresh fruit in it, and there you go. There's your freaking
That's
cone.
Fantastic.
That was 2 tickets, man. So regardless, I freaking walked away. I think I ended up spending like $80 or something like that. Or yeah, boys.
I could easily see myself losing a paycheck at a place like that.
Boys fucking ate like champs. I was fucking swerving by the end of that. We were fucking.
Nice.
I mean, I was.
I don't know if either of you have ever been to a Providence water fire, but
yes, I have.
Really, really
yes,
good
there
food.
is.
I got. But
good.
This goes out to Six Flags, man. What a good brew and food fest. I highly recommend it next year if you hear about it.
Oh, I'm in.
We highly recommend booking the show for the food
Absolutely. L&J will go live for however long, man.
I will, dude.
Two conditions. Free food, free beer. And we're there. We'll pay our way in.
Just give the tickets, man.
Speaking of free beer.
Oh, Christ. I'll get you one in a second. I wanted to remind you of the video because he said you have to say Green Monster correctly.
Yeah, Monster.
Now, New Hampshire Motor Speedway, if nobody's ever been there, they have video screens all over the place. And as you're walking in, they have this really great fan zone. You guys might have seen my videos over the weekend. And in this one spot, right before fan zone, there was this video screen, and they had maybe 10 drivers do it. Junior was one of them, Logano, Stenhouse, a couple other guys. And there was like, how do you say these New England town names? And they put it up on the screen. Peabody. And here's the thing. All these guys were from different parts of the country. So I could understand Dale Jr. or Eric Almirola or, AJ Allmendinger not getting the names right. Fucking Joey Logano is from this area and should know every fucking name that went up there. Peabody. Oh, that looks like Peabody. Worcester. What is that? He's from Middletown, fucking Connecticut. How do you not know?
Well, in his kind of
here we go.
In his defense, I will say this: if I saw the spelling of Worcester, I would probably say Worcester too.
You know, the funny thing is, if you're from anywhere else in the country and you see Worcester, you're going to say Worcester.
Yeah.
Now, think about it. You go to a steakhouse and it says Worcestershire sauce. Just take the shear off. Worcestershire sauce. Take the shear off. Worcester. Jesus, how hard is it? Now, I understand if you're from Middle America, like I have friends in Middle America. If you're from Canada, I have friends in Canada. I have friends all over the country and around the world. Worcester, as we read it, is a very difficult word to understand as Worcester.
Well, hey, there's people in Connecticut that don't know how to say North Grosvenordale.
That's true. That's true. But
Loki's shaking his head like, what the fuck is that?
Grover's.
But I know where that is. It's not far from Brooklyn, where I used to live up north there, and not far from you. But, fuck. What is wrong with New Englanders?
They're fucking retarded.
Retarded. Are you, or are you not, a knock?
Are you a knock?
If you can understand that.
If you're a knock, I gotta know if you're a knock right now. Because if you're a knock, then I ain't fucking around with you no more. Because that means you're gonna fucking knock people out.
The hell is that movie? The Heat.
No.
Sandra Bullock, Melissa McCarthy.
Yes,
That's where I got that line from. Seriously, New Englanders can't speak. I'm glad to say I'm from other parts of the country. Anyway.
Weren't you born here?
No, I was born in South Carolina.
Yep.
Says a lot.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? America, motherfucker. Anyway, are we ready? We've made these motherfuckers wait.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm absolutely ready.
All right.
I got nobody on Twitter that loves me.
Nobody on Twitter?
Nobody that loves me on Twitter.
All right.
They're expecting us Monday, so.
I know, and
I think so.
we apologize for that. Circumstances beyond our control.
We help people with their Mondays.
Yes.
They get out of work.
Their Mondays are
They're
blah.
full of rage, and they want to listen
Their
to
Mondays
us.
are blah.
Guys, real quick, if you're on Facebook, share the video with your friends. Let them know we're out here. It's a Wednesday night extravaganza, usually on Mondays, but tell your friends. Let's have some fun. We flipped a coin, and since I've been taught that there's three sides of the coin, I think the brainchild should start.
Works
So,
for me.
Ed, are you ready?
Not really.
Really? Okay, then. We flipped another coin, and if you're ready...
I've been busy. But I would like to say I am starting to understand why porn stars are so sweaty in the videos.
The great lighting rig.
Dude,
is,
I will agree. I'm glad I shut off the humidifier because my God in heaven.
I'm glad I showered before I got here. Oh,
So did I.
God in heaven. I'm glad I showered and jumped in the pool because I would be fucking...
you'd be roasted.
Way worse than that. Way worse than that.
Well, why don't we start with you, go to Ed, and I'll round out.
All right. So we're sitting in 50 days away from kickoff.
Yes.
So, of course, I got to bring it up, and this is the reason why I'm wearing my purple shirt today. Teddy Bridgewater was on Twitter news recently. He's quoted as saying, "You signed a deal, now follow through."
Wait a minute. He's saying that the team
You know
signed
what's
the deal.
fucked up?
What's fucked up?
They actually did not reinstate his contract. They opted to not further the deal. So after the end of this year, he can be a free agent if he wishes.
Okay.
The reason why the Minnesota Vikings, and we spoke on this before, have talked about it is because, A, he was injured last year. He did not play a single game last year. Right? Now, in that, he got paid a huge salary. Now, there's no guarantee that he's going to play next year. I mean, even though right now he's looking like he's doing pretty good.
Okay.
Right?
I'll buy it.
There's no guarantee that he's going to play next year. So the Vikings opted to not follow through with that final thing and let him slip away as a free agent, as it were. Now, as a free agent, they can still pick up his contract if they wish, and they can still go into negotiations. My problem with it is this. We have Sam Bradford.
Right.
I don't see Bradford going away for a little bit of time. I think Bradford's going to be pretty good. I think he's going to do some good things for us. If you're Teddy Bridgewater, you got an injury during a non-contact event, practice.
Mm-hmm.
You tore your MCL, your ACL, you dislocated your fucking knee. The trainer said it was probably one of the most horrific accidents they've ever seen. He was like so far away from, so close to losing his leg, it was ridiculous.
Right.
Now, the fact that you are taking snaps right now and throwing the ball that you are is absolutely phenomenal. I commend you on it. Like I said, it was an injury that was brought on by non-contact. The first time you take a heavy hit from one of these 250-pound guys on that knee that's just been reconstructed, do you think you're going to be able to hold not only your weight, but the weight of this huge linebacker?
Well, it's going to be the second time I've ever done this in the show's history, but I'm going to play devil's advocate. Dan Marino, when he ruptured his Achilles tendon, and we're talking about one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, not the GOAT,
Adrian
but he's
Peterson.
one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, was dropping back, 5-step drop, ruptured the Achilles, goes down, he's out for a year and a half. First game back, throws for 435 yards, a first game back from injury record, first of all, and second, the first play of the game, he got sacked. And I understand an ankle injury is different from a knee injury, but there is a precedent set that, yes, he can and possibly could overcome. The problem is, this is the Sam Bradford that Sam Bradford fans have waited for what's he been in the league, 8 years?
At this point,
Los Angeles and Philadelphia?
Yeah.
The Sam Bradford I saw wearing the purple and gold is not the Sam Bradford I saw
this
when
guy's
he got
got a
drafted
big
into
chip
the
on his shoulder.
NFL.
This guy, you got to understand, he took a lot of hits last year.
Oh, yeah.
He took a lot of hits last year, and people,
he kept going. He kept moving
questioned his
forward.
toughness, and he did. Now, imagine if he has at least half the protection he has last year, which we picked up some fucking good deals, and we got rid of some really bad things. So it's going to be nice to see him flip over with that. My big question with this is Teddy Bridgewater is not a very big dude. And I do commend him on what he's doing.
He's like Romo.
When we
He's
went
thin like
into
Romo.
when we went into the playoffs, don't get me wrong, he brought us to the playoffs. But I see a lot. I mean, we had a really good line kicking at that point. We had Adrian Peterson, he's going freaking strong at this point. Like, there's a lot of factors that brought us to the playoffs. What happened? We lost. And a lot of people say Blair Walsh, fucked it up for us, but it shouldn't have even came down to 3 points. You know what I'm saying? We had the Seahawks fucking dead bang.
Yep.
And let's be honest, the offense just flooded.
And you know me, I was praying for you guys to whoop the Seahawks.
Fucking yeah. It just fucking faltered. It's just fucking the way it
Hello,
was.
Kendra.
Now you turn around, like I said, you got this whole new team, a whole new attitude, a whole new setup. I opt to say you let Sam Bradford take the reins and you say, hey, look, kid, I appreciate you coming back. This is how we're going to do it. This is how it's going to be.
The fucked up thing about this is that Teddy Bridgewater, who, let's be honest, had a season and a half
Incredible.
of MVP play. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
It was MVP play. A season and a half.
And not only that, the thing I miss most is his smile. He had fun out there. You could tell he was having fun. My like I said, my only question is this. It was a non-contact injury. That means that his knees are weak. This is something that he was doing on a snap. This was something that he was just doing on a drop back. And then his fucking knee just gave out on him.
The same thing could be said of Dan Marino. What's fucked up is that this kid with a year and a half of MVP play is going to tell the Minnesota Vikings, a team with 50, 60 years of history and toughness and what have you, honor this or fuck you.
And it's funny, we already brought up the Twitter thing already. It's the same idea. You don't need to go to Twitter. You don't need to go to these social medias to explode your your references, to spew your hatred. Or
leave it on the field.
Right, exactly. You want to prove to these guys that you deserve the starting chance, go for it. But at this point, I really think Sam Bradford deserves it for what he did last year. He went through a lot of hell last year, man. So
one of the comments to your point was, the Pats are going to crush the Vikings, and they're also going to crush the Falcons. Both your teams need to get a Tom for a quarterback if they ever want to win the Super Bowl. Seriously. Seriously.
I would like to agree.
That's from our Canadian listener, and he just chimed in with, don't get me wrong, I like watching a good Vikings game because the crowd is behind their team, but they still need a better quarterback and possibly a coach. Your thoughts as a Viking fan?
Zimmerman, I love him. Zimmerman's freaking fantastic. I understand he's a defensive-minded coach, but I'm sorry, we're not still out of the ranks saying defense wins championships, all right? Let's be honest. The Ravens did it.
Yeah.
And the Ravens beat the Patriots when they were on fire back then. So, this just goes, puts you out as far as if you put a good defensive team together, you're good. And that's one thing we do have. We have a very, very incredible defense. We're ready for
the
this.
Purple People Eaters are back.
We're ready for this. We're ready for this. I mean, when you have your entire linebacker core saying, we can't wait to face the Saints and Adrian Peterson week 1, bring it. Bring it.
How many days till kickoff?
50.
Can I say it now? Because I said it last year. Fuck the Saints. Motherfuckers.
And leading into it, I do believe, yes, I wish my team had a Tom Brady.
Every team does.
We bust his ass. We agree. Tom Brady is definitely the GOAT. We've called it. We've had the discussion. We've brought it to it before.
I thought Peyton was the GOAT. No, we bumped him out. No, fuck that. Tom's the GOAT.
No. We after this whole fucking Tom Brady fucking Super Bowl, everything else, it's pretty much in my opinion.
You had to bring up the Super Bowl, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm over.
Well, I didn't actually.
Welcome, Tommy.
I recall that conversation. I didn't vote for Brady or Manning. I went with
you and Joe Montana.
I was Joe Montana too.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
But like I said, my Amazon Alexa kind of sums it up. Most would say Peyton Manning, but it's hard to argue with the Super Bowl rings.
Or it's hard to deny the things that he's done in the big game, in the Super Bowl.
But I think we all agreed too. The game has changed so much.
Oh, without question.
Since then, absolutely. Hell, half the freaking catches that Jerry Rice would do were push-offs.
Exactly.
Let's be honest, man.
But nowadays, if you see Julio Jones so much as touch a defender, flags are everywhere.
You can't do that. It's all over the place.
Welcome, Stacy. One of the listeners says the Lions are going to make the playoffs this year. I can feel it. I know I'm delusional.
The Lions?
Yeah. Hey, she's a fan.
Who said that?
Sarah.
Oh, I love you for being. Look, I love you for being a fan. I do.
That's the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I said it. So Ed, are you ready? Tell us what's fucked up.
You know what's fucked up?
What's fucked up, sir?
You guys familiar with the story of Brett Weinstein and the college that he teaches at?
Can't say that I am.
It was a pretty big story. This particular college had a tradition. It was basically originally it was a day with no black people, and basically students of color would not go to school. Is what it was. They would take the day off so people could see what it was like.
Did you ask for the rage to come back?
No. Anyway, let me finish before you start going because you'll hijack the point.
Not trying to.
Like you do often.
I try not to.
Anyway, so the tradition was they would basically just take a day off of school. It was based on a book, so people could see what it was like without, people of color being there. And
pass me a juice.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Basically to show the contributions that they make. Well, one year they decided to change it to no white people. And white people weren't allowed to go to work, like in the faculty, and they weren't allowed to show up on school. And Brett Weinstein, who's a professor there, had some issues with it, not with the practice as it was written, but there was an email sent out that said anyone who did not participate in this would be looked at as the opposition, basically. So it said if you didn't participate, basically, long story short, you're not with us, you're against us. So he questioned that in the email, and the entire school kind of started protesting against him. Now this guy, some context, Brett Weinstein is he's as left wing as it comes. He's a firm supporter of affirmative action, things like that. What he had an issue with was the what's the word I'm looking for? Subliminal threat that if people didn't participate willingly, that there would be problems. And the entire school started calling him a racist, bigot, whatever. It got to the point where the entire campus hijacked the college, basically, and the faculty did nothing. The police did nothing. The police were told to stand down when they protested. Teachers were stalked. They were doxxed. You know what doxing is, when they take your personal information and they tell everybody. Like if somebody got pissed at us and they just put our addresses everywhere.
Right.
Which is fine. Bring it.
Right?
That worked out really well for Iron Man, by the way.
Yeah, I am Iron Man.
My address is 5525 Malibu Lane. Come and bring it.
I am the suit. The suit is
You mean
good.
Michael Ray Smith is Loki?
Dun, dun, dun.
Anyway, it was a nightmare. So people's safety was put at risk.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
It got to the point where Brett Weinstein it's a state school too. Brett Weinstein has actually testified before the state governance, I believe that's where he did, told them, do you know that the faculty, the school was essentially hijacked by protesters. They were calling all the shots, telling the police to stand down. The police are afraid to enforce the law. People's lives are put in jeopardy. People threatened, stalked, whatever. And the faculty basically bent to protesters, saying now that the entire faculty had to take, basically take racist classes, bigot classes.
Oh, sensitivity courses and all
like
that.
Yes, because they protest. And all Brett Weinstein's real issue was the implication of a threat if somebody didn't participate. He had no problem with the day at all. He just did not like how it was being implemented. And this is the kind of thing that's happened all over colleges.
Yeah.
Where the students are kind of taking over.
Mm-hmm.
They're hijacking the college. Like UC Berkeley, which if all things considering was the capital of free speech and debate and whatever, usually Berkeley has always been in the news, is now you cannot dissent.
When do we stop having titty-sensitive, jackass little babies hijack these colleges?
That's never going to happen, man. Not today's age. Not the way it's going right now.
Until a college stands up to it?
Exactly.
But
heaven forbid a college stands up to it that, you're infringing upon my rights. Fuck you. You're there to learn.
Here's the thing, though. Who's infringing on whose rights at that point?
Exactly. They don't want to hear that question in reverse. Heaven forbid you tell a 20-something that they did wrong. Oh, hell no. I'm justified. But the 20-something can tell the 40, 50, 60, 70-something-year-old, you're infringing upon my rights. I have rights. You know what right you have? You have the right to go to school. You have the right to learn. You have the right to go out and get a fucking job. And you have the right to be a productive member of society. Society doesn't crumble to you. Life doesn't work on your time clock, kids. You work on life's time clock.
You want it to.
Do not even think for 1 second you're more important than you are. Because if so, come to my house. I'll teach you a thing or two.
The fucked up part about
fucks.
the fucked up part of this whole story is they're essentially eating one of their own. When you break it down, he's a liberal college professor.
Yeah.
Love to see the thumbs up roll across the screen when I just
look up Brett Weinstein and read the story. It's fucking fascinating.
Oh, I plan on.
He has tenure, so this is why he's one of those professors that hasn't been fired. Like he can't get just fired.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So, and here's the thing: he is not back down. He is still fighting back.
Good.
There's video of him arguing with protesters, telling them you're wrong.
Good.
And they're like, "You're a racist. You need to leave." And he's like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, "What if I said that was racist?"
It reminds me of the what is it? The Little Debbie eating chick in front of what's his name again? Ben Shapiro. Talking about, where does it say that the Boy Scouts have to be a boy? Well, first of all, stop trying to push your no gender motherfucking agenda.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's in the name Boy Scouts. I would not think of going to the girls' club if I don't have a vajayjay. This whole gray is white and white is gray and black is gray and everything's gray. No, fuck you. There's a reason the Boy Scouts are the Boy Scouts. There's a reason the Girl Scouts are the Girl Scouts. There's a reason that tea parties are held by women and certain things are held for men. And we should have camaraderie among men.
Yeah.
And women should have camaraderie among women. And let's just go a step further. Gay folk should have camaraderie amongst gay folk, and Puerto Rican folk should have camaraderie amongst Puerto Rican folk. But at the end of the day, the whole self-segregation bit is stupid. And when I hear this story, all I can think about is this is another set of entitled jackasses who want their voice to be heard with little to no fact.
It's like I said
it.
last week's episode. It's kind of a faux outrage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a faux outrage.
If you haven't listened to the racism episode, go to the archives. It's
I
there.
encourage everybody to look up the whole Brett Weinstein debacle.
I
He was
plan on
interviewed on Dave Rubin's show too. Watch that. And he'll tell you that there are race hustlers in the college faculty that actually push these kids into going to the links they do.
Oh, yeah.
And I've said this before. Right now, it's like they think everybody's a Nazi. Everybody's a Nazi.
Is Lincoln here again?
Okay to
Lincoln's
punch
here.
Nazi, and well, that's what they do. Everybody disagrees with them as a Nazi. So they actually feel like they're entitled to engage in like this violence. Basically, it's violence. If you're stalking and threatening people, it's violence.
Yeah.
Real stalking, not this whole bullshit. You went to
And
my
I'm not
Facebook
trying to
page,
imply anything.
motherfucker.
I'm not implying anything. Full disclaimer. I'm not encouraging people to do this, but there's the reason why the Constitution was written a certain way.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But and speaking of fucked up stories, and since you went that route, you know what's fucked up? This is a quick hit.
Quick hit.
That episode of Bill Nye, Gender on a Spectrum, nominated for an Emmy
What the fuck?
for writing. Writing.
This is why the country is in the fucking shape
Love
that
it.
it's in.
Let's forget the content. Writing? Did you see that shit?
No, but I've read the stories. Oh my.
Watch the episode. Okay, forget the context. Just watch the episode and think in the back of your head, it's nominated for best writing.
All right, here it comes. I can't wait any longer. Horse shit. I can't even.
That was a back from vacation horse shit.
Yeah, it was.
We need to get you to say that.
Oh,
3
there'll
more
be
times.
another one. Well, I told you I'd bring stories from vacation. This one actually came from Ange, so I wasn't there personally. It was in the woman's room. Hey, for what it's worth, I still identify as male. I still have a penis. I still walk into the men's room and I do my thing. That'll be my second story. But the first story comes from Angela. She went into the woman's room to relieve herself at New Hampshire Motor Speedway and witnessed the following. Do you know what's fucked up?
What's fucked up?
Asking your 5-year-old to guard the door in the woman's room while you puke your brains out because you can't hold your fucking alcohol. Yes, this actually happened.
Wow.
A 5-year-old girl, and she surmises, this is about 4 or 5-year-old girl, you know, you look at a kid and you go, oh, that kid's about 4 or 5. I can look at your stepson and say, oh, he's about 6. How off am I? Is he 6 or 7 or how old is he?
My son?
Your stepson.
Oh, yeah, 6, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you could pretty much surmise how old he is sometimes by looking at it. Ow, that hurt. But that's okay. I'm usually guilty of that. This young girl was made to stand guard outside of the stall at the bathroom at New Hampshire Motor Speedway under the grandstands while her mother puked her guts out because, this is pre-race, by the way, she couldn't hold her liquor.
That's disgusting.
It is. And that's the
That's
state.
fucking
But
disgusting.
heaven forbid, Angela would have said something. If she'd have said, hey, little girl,
They
why?
just like serve Miller Lite at these things, right?
They serve Coors Light, Bud Light.
How much beer did? I'm assuming it's just beer. Like you'd have to drink a lot.
They
to take
only
that shit.
they serve beer, but you're allowed to bring in your cooler and no glass bottles. So if you want to bring in a fifth of Jack Daniels, you cannot, unless it's a plastic bottle.
So
you could
can bring
also
in
put it into
cooler
a
full of nips.
Well, guess,
You
I was going to say,
if they're plastic bottles.
guess
Yes,
what
you
Evan
could.
Williams is? Plastic.
Oh, is it?
So is Wild Turkey.
I don't know what this woman drank, and I don't care. At no point in the history of my daughter's 9 years and 5 months on this planet have I ever gotten totally obliterated like that to the point of vomiting in front of her. I can honestly say, I can look at you guys and pretty much surmise that you've never gotten that obliterated in front of your children to this point. This woman is not only in a public place with 80,000 other people. It wasn't a full house. So I'll say it. 104,000 people can sit there. It's about 80,000. And puke her freaking guts out while her child is manning the door to protect her.
There's another like subtle problem with that besides the obvious. Let's say you don't get sick, but you're that drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people can just drink a lot and not get sick.
Yeah.
What if something happens to the kid, say, I don't know, just hit in the head, skull busted open, whatever.
They fall down the stairs 26
You have
rows.
to call 911. Now, authorities are going to show up, and you're fucking trashed
Hammered.
with your child.
And
you're fucking done.
You know, they have signs all over the racetrack that says, if you see something, say something, yada, yada. I don't know if anybody did. I know Angela had her say. It wasn't an emergency to the point where I had to text the number and say where I was at and have this woman, because after a couple minutes, I'm sure it was over. I don't know. I can only surmise her husband, boyfriend, uncle, fucker, cousin, whoever was waiting for her outside of the lavatory. Well, that's Cletus, but we'll get to that later. It just annoyed me to hear that story when she came out, and you could see the color had run away from Angela's face. Yeah, and as she walked back, we were under the grandstands just catching some shade before the race started. And she goes, "You're not going to believe what I just saw. You're not going to believe what I just saw." And it broke my heart, because if I could drink till my head falls off if my kid's not here.
I've seen him.
Yes, he has. But if my kid's here, you take it easy. You remember that you're a parent.
And anything can happen.
Exactly. So this was one of those ugly warts, and I go back to people who fuck with NASCAR and say it's just a bunch of beer drinking rednecks watching people chase each other in a circle, yada yada. There's no skill to it, whatever. Fuck you. This is one of those primordial tales that refuses to fall off of the NASCAR community. Is that this woman planted her, and I'm just going to guess by Angela's summarization, about 5 years old, manning that door so her mother could unload her insides into this toilet because she got too wrecked. And it was fucking heartbreaking. Not only to hear the story, I can only imagine what it was like for Angela to see this. It was just fucking retarded. And I'm going to say that word. Fucking retarded. And Sarah, you make a good point. That's how people lose their kids. Angela just chimed in. I felt so bad for the little girl. Haven't stopped thinking of her. Her little eyes were just terrified. Again, folks, put yourself in that situation. Seriously.
Hit the button.
Okay, go ahead.
Devil's advocate.
Oh, fuck me running. Go ahead.
Simple. Is there ever a chance that woman got roofied?
No. At a NASCAR
no chance
race?
of hell. You don't think it happens?
1 in probably 30,000 that happened. At a NASCAR race where you man your own gear the whole day? No. I've been to enough of these to know that that's probably a 1 in 30,000 event. It could have happened.
Bad nachos?
Even bad nachos.
I'm just saying, because, I'm just thinking, there's a lot of women at these things. I saw the hot-looking women in the pictures, man.
They were touching my ass, all of them. Yeah. Every one of them. One had a go-go gadget arm, reached around the other one and touched my ass.
I'm just saying, it's prime real estate for a douchebag.
Only if they root for the number 48, but that's another story for another episode. All I'm saying is there's a very good chance this woman got way too tanked, way too quick, probably pre-gaming. Look, this is one of the few races. When I go to the race with Ange, I don't pre-game. You walk to the track, you do your thing, whatever. I used to pre-game like a motherfucker when I went up with the guys every year. This is my 10th trip to an HMS. And you pregame like a mother. None of us have ever been so wasted that we're puking before the race. Ange just chimed in. She was sloppy drunk when she came out and even said, "Guess I shouldn't drink so much in this heat." She was not hot. So if she was drugged, says Sarah, I doubt she would think clearly enough to put her kid at the door. So this is the woman's perspective. 2 women just chimed in.
Not necessarily true.
I've never been roofied, so I can't say. And they say it's a blackout drug. If I'm blacked out, I wouldn't say, "Little Mikey, stand at the door."
I've seen the effect. GHB is the one that's commonly used. I've seen the effects of GHB. Not everybody blacks out. That's why not everybody that gets drugged ends up getting
All
raped,
I'm saying is this is the primordial tale that won't fall off.
I mean, it probably just happened like that. She drank too much. But I'm just saying, that's always the realm of possibility, especially any place you're a crowd, concert, whatever. That's why I say I don't care who you are. Keep an eye on your drink. Never assume the person next to you.
Trust me, and Angela can attest to this. This never, if it left my hand, it was sitting on the cooler in front of me.
Dude, those beers don't stay in the can long enough.
You're damn right they don't. And especially in 100-degree, look, it was 82 degrees ambient temperature. Now you take into account you're sitting in metal bleachers. Raise it 10%. So you got like 90-degree heat.
I hear you use Keystone for tanning oil.
No, I use Bud Light for tanning oil because that's what it's good for. Ange said she looked like a Putnam heroin addict. Trust me, she wasn't roofied.
That's kind of what you look like when you get roofied, Ange.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sorry.
Now you take into account that the track has 40 cars on it. Hot. You walk.
Oh yeah,
hot.
the heat. Like the Talladega, I couldn't even finish the beers I brought because the heat was like.
That's why you drink them so fast. And one thing that if you've ever gone to a NASCAR event, you sweat that alcohol out. You can drink, and I have
to dehydrate. Like
right.
we were like buying water, which costs more than beer.
Right, and there's a reason I brought Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola and had it in the cooler to counteract and all that bullshit. And when I did buy a water when I went down for a pee break at one point. This is the first time I'm telling this out loud because I don't want to lose my NASCAR cred. But I bought a water. $4, but I bought a water.
Dude, no shame in not wanting to fucking die.
Oh, but hey, I was economical. I brought 15. I drank 7. That was for a 3-hour race. So I got
you beat.
Of course, it also didn't help that I
still got you beat.
They sold what the fuck is it? Crispy Flakes. The potato chip.
Yeah, okay.
Official sponsor of NASCAR there. And they were selling it for like a quarter a bag.
Right. All I'm saying is that when you take all that heat into account, you really do. You sweat the alcohol out. I've drained almost a 30 rack.
Caleb.
I walked away and drove home from a NASCAR race because you sweat the alcohol.
You actually sweat the water out. The alcohol is kind of collecting in your liver. That's why it's dangerous.
I was almost sober as a judge in, I want to say it was 2002, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Walked in with a 30 rack, left with 2 beers, and there was nothing. I can clearly remember walking up Drunk Man's Hill. There's a reason they call it that. Getting to the car, barbecuing because we brought like a little hibachi gimmick, and we had a great time, and driving home and to the hotel anyway, and then swimming in the pool all night. This woman clearly doesn't know how to handle herself.
Well, that's because you're the Keith Richards of NASCAR, man.
Right? I might be the Keith Richards of
You'd
life.
probably have a seizure if you didn't have beer.
Not true. I detoxed before the race.
On the happier news,
the first drink I had before the race was one of those Jack Daniel's down home punch gimmicks, and I almost got a headache. Almost.
That's from the sugar.
So you guys know Randy Newman.
Singer?
Yeah.
Short people.
You got a friend in me.
Yep,
yeah.
You got a friend in me. I love L.A.
Yeah.
What do you do now?
He just came out with a new album.
Okay.
Yeah.
All is great again.
It's called Dark Matter. Comes out August 4th. Song actually there's a song about Russian President Vladimir.
Oh my God.
Believe it or not. Yeah. But there's a song that he wrote for Trump, and it didn't make it on the album because he felt attacking the president was too easy and the language was, quote, too vulgar. Even so, Newman decided to recite a few of the lyrics to this group known as Vulture.
Okay.
And coming from the 73-year-old singer who later became the synonymous, obviously, with Toy Story.
Oh, yeah, he did all the music.
Here's some of the lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah, Ed was just singing. You got a friend in me.
But that was a song from the 70s.
That was like one of his songs that ended up in, like, I think it was in Parenthood, I think.
Oh, yeah. All over the place, man.
It's a song from the late 70s, early 80s.
Any movie that was worth watching back then.
So it's fucked up.
Meet the Fockers had Randy Newman do music for it.
You know what's fucked up?
What's fucked up?
Get ready to have your childhood smashed.
Oh, God.
Because a YouTube copyright claim. Bring it.
Boom!
He wrote the lyrics to this song about Donald Trump.
Oh, God.
My dick's bigger than your dick. It ain't bragging if it's true. My dick's bigger than your dick. I can prove it too. There it is. My dick. Isn't it a wonderful sight? Run to the village, to town, to the countryside. Tell the people what you've seen here tonight.
And this was performed by Nicki Minaj?
No, this was performed by
straight out of Compton.
Randy Newman.
Crazy motherfucker named Newman.
The hook was, what a dick, da-da-da, what a dick, Newman replied.
You know, it takes a lot. Here it comes. It takes a lot for me to push this motherfucker away. I'm sorry. But what the actual fuck?
73 years old, dude. And the mother, he's still doing it.
Let me give props to Randy Newman real quick.
Can I just say that?
He's written some of the dumbest motherfucking songs ever in the history of ever. If you hear Short People Got No Reason to Live, guess who? Randy Newman. Oh, God. We're going to listen to it? No, copyright infringement right now.
I'm not going to listen to it.
You've got a friend in me.
Okay, so now you know who we're talking about. Like the classic 70s guy who gave you the uplifting bullshit. And then he wrote Short People and everybody got pissed. That was the beginning.
Pretty much the guy who wrote the theme music for like Chevy Chase, Steve Martin. And
exactly. Of course, he wrote Short People not too long after, and then he started the Wussification of America, so fuck you, Randy Newman. Fuck. I love it. I love the balls. I love the chutzpah. I love just the, fuck you attitude, but.
Never made it to the album, but he wanted to make it known that he obviously, the hook is the best. What a dick. What a dick.
Even if he's bullshitting, like, that's a great way to sell an album.
Right? Exactly. Because he was like, oh, by the way, one of my songs about Vladimir Putin, so you want to check that out. I'm not going to tell you the lyrics on that one.
Speaking of that,
yep.
Quick fire, you know what's fucked up.
What's fucked up?
Back to the Emmys.
Okay.
Alec Baldwin nominated for doing Donald Trump on SNL.
Good.
I'll buy it.
Absolutely.
I don't.
I'll buy it.
I don't.
Why?
He's not a cast member.
Okay.
If you're on enough, you kind of qualify.
No, he's not a cast member.
I know he's
it's an
definitely
award that's supposed to go to cast members. Like Will Ferrell got it for Bush, I think.
Give him the damn award. Give him the damn award.
He's been on there a lot, though.
Yeah,
Steady balls, dude. I mean,
I love
Baldwin.
Freddie Wiener.
Wait a minute. He is the Bill Starkey of Saturday Night Live. Bill Starkey is the official co-host, however you want to call it. What do you call it? Official fill-in co-host on this show because he's been on so much and the ratings spike. And when Alec Baldwin was on SNL, the ratings spiked.
It's fucking gold, dude. It's
gold.
You know
what?
I
give it to him.
The only other non-cast member to get that award was Tina Fey doing Sarah Palin.
Good. Give it to Alec Baldwin.
Kind of funny. They're both from that 30 Rock or whatever.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying though, it's like they only give it to somebody when they're making fun of a sitting Republican president.
All right, I'm buying.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just showing. It's just there's a little bit of it might be hilarious. I think Alec Baldwin's funny, but there's a little bit of a bias there.
I thought he was funny in frickin' Thomas the Tank.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yeah.
No, George Carlin was funnier in Thomas the Tank Engine.
No, that was just not right.
Yeah.
That was not. I was ready for him to come out of nowhere and be like, "You fucking little idiot! Like, just get that fucking shit out of the way."
Oh, dude! After he left that show, his first stand-up, he's like, "I just want to tell you people, fuck the children." That's right. This is Mr. Conductor saying, "Fuck the children."
Wow.
Ooh, we had a Springer.
Yeah, Springer moment. It's all right. It's Jimmy B in the place to be, and he can do whatever.
Actually, you know you're doing good when you get Jimmy B to react.
Right?
Right? That's a good call.
Good job, Jimmy B.
That's a good one.
We're going to call it the Jimmy B meter.
The Jimmy B meter. I like it. Who's next?
That's it. He just gave us a little quick fire.
You gave a quick hit.
I did the college. It's back to you, actually.
Is it back to me? All right. I'm going to go back to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. I have to, man. I saw so much fucked up stuff, and I brought up the Trump tattoo and Angela's point. Women everywhere want to get on guys' case for, I'll use their term,
everything.
Sprinkling when they tinkle. If you sprinkle when you tinkle, wipe the seat and all that. Here we go. See?
Wipe your seat.
Springer moment number 2. Anyway.
Wipe your seat.
I happen to witness one of these moments. When I go into any particular bathroom, I go all the way to the end. I take the last stall. I take out little Chris and I do my business. So, as I'm finishing up my business, go to wash my hands, I watch this guy walk in. He's stumbling. He's doing one of these numbers. And he's standing. You know what? For the sake of
you realize you were in front of the mirror in your hotel bathroom.
No, I was at the track, and this dude comes in, and he's swaying already. So he's got, I'm going to say his name is James, because his first name popped into my head. Little James, and he's doing one of these, and I'm watching like Ghostbusters, the streams being crossed.
Don't cross the stream.
Right? And that's the first thing that came to my mind. Don't cross the streams. And at one point, he reaches and holds on, like for dear fucking life, the pipe. So he can stand still and not spray the entire bathroom with his urine. And you can see he's got his knees bent. He's doing one of these. He's like, and he's still swaying. He's like Elvis at this point. He's just going back and forth and doing his thing. And I watched for about 3 seconds. I'm not shy. I watched. I wanted to see how this thing turned out. I was waiting for this guy to pass out. But he was just like, I can't do my thing. And what the thing. And it was just fucking retarded to watch. Again, another primordial tale that just won't fall off. How do you get yourself so fucked up? And this was 30 laps in. Competition caution. There was rain through the weekend. We have to take everybody in and check their tires and all this. If you don't follow NASCAR, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm sorry, I'm speaking German to you right now. So I run to the restroom. You are 30 laps into the race and you are this fucked up? Just get the fuck out. Go watch in your hotel room. Go home. You know, don't even make the trip next year. Stop making it bad for people like me who are respectable enough and don't get absolutely fucking obliterated to the point where you have to hold on to the urinal. Let me do that dance again. For those of you that are watching, if you're audio only, go to the Facebook page, go to YouTube and watch this. He's holding on to the... crossing the streams, motherfucker. How? Why? Have you ever been so fucked up at a Red Sox game that you've had to do the Elvis dance while you're pissing yourself?
No, I'm usually doing the Elvis dance because I'm happy or
exactly.
Winning, but no, other than that.
Ed, I just logged on and saw Chris gyrating his hips. What's going on? Well, Micha, you should have been here earlier. Nobody has said the C word, and you should have found out why I'm gyrating my hips. Have you, Ed, ever gotten so hammered that you had to do the Elvis dance while holding on to the urinal to keep yourself steady?
No, if I'm ever that fucked up, I do the forehead prop. Yeah, where my head just goes right up against the wall. Yeah,
right.
Here, I'll do it.
Go ahead.
Right up against the wall, and I'm just looking down at what I think is my penis, which...
It could be somebody else's. You don't know.
And I just kind of hope to God I unzip my pants, and, I just kind of, do my thing. I can't feel anything anymore, so I just time it. I usually take
These are the things.
Like I usually take this line to the pee.
These are the things that, again, I've mentioned the primordial tale that won't fall off. When people say, oh, NASCAR just a bunch of drunk hillbillies with no teeth like Cletus, and they just go watch cars chase each other around. No.
I hate to say it, but you're not making a case against that today.
2 out of 80,000. I'd say my odds are pretty good. I talk to a lot of great people. We got a lot of great viewers, listeners, and whatnot out of the deal. But these 2 people just absolutely were, again, the worst of the worst.
What?
Just retardedly ridiculous. And I'm using that word now, again. Did you just use that word? You're fired. Here, look, she said it again. There it is. I can't say that out loud.
Damn cunts.
Oh, Jesus.
The next time you go to a race, you're going to see like 4 or 5 people at the urinal, like doing the Elvis, like synchronizing. You'll be like, motherfucker.
They better be wearing Loki and Jabroni t-shirts. You're like, I heard that on the Loki and Jabroni show.
I heard that shit.
I'm going to go do the dance right now.
Take a $5 and we'll be right back.
You're going to go to the mall. You're going to go to the mall and grab that one more.
Light, then we'll do the top 10.
We got one more round and then we'll do top 10.
And we'll do top 10.
We'll take a break. One more round of Do You Know What's Fucked Up?
As Rocky Balboa says, one more round.
All right. Bill. Adrian!
There'll be no discussing of Rocky 5.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello.
Hi.
My name is Chris.
How are you, Chris?
My name's Eddie, the Love Doctor.
And this is Mike. And we welcome you to our show. Do you know what's fucked up?
What's fucked up?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the guy in charge.
All right. So I think it's fucked up and funny.
Okay.
Most of them are.
Guess who just got denied for the latest Batman movie play or screenplay? My bad.
Tim Burton.
No.
All right.
Mr. Batfleck himself.
He tried to write one?
He did. He had a whole story.
I know he was heavily involved.
Yeah, he had a whole story written up, how he wanted it to go. It went totally into it, and they just axed it today.
Wow.
I know he was going to direct it at one point.
Yes.
And then he decided
He was going to be
not
full
to.
hands-on, and then he wanted to go through it again. Could you imagine that poor phone call for poor Ben? Ring. Hey, what's up, Sammy? Yeah, you read.
I was on the phone.
You read that, right? That was phenomenal. Huh?
Oh, you don't want to use it?
What do you mean? Really lame? No, it was like.
Well,
you wiped your ass with it.
He's going through a really bad divorce.
I know.
He's going with a really bad divorce.
Is he really?
Yeah, with what's her name? Garner?
Jennifer Garner.
Going back together again.
He probably wrote a whole 120-page script of him just fucking torturing Poison Ivy. It was like put the lotion on your skin, bitch. So they probably said, no, we can't have Batman become a sociopath.
It's not going to work. It's just not going to work.
Or maybe they got Kevin. He asked Kevin Smith for some advice, like how many dicks did Catwoman suck, that kind of thing. I don't know.
I think he went to his problem was he went to Jamie Foxx for superhero knowledge.
Could have been.
You can't go to Jamie Foxx to learn how to.
Funny
be
enough, I watched probably one of the worst superhero movies of all time last night, so I could fall asleep because I had some bad insomnia.
Batman and Robin.
Spawn.
Ooh.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
you guys get it.
There'll be no discussion of the movie Spawn.
That's the worst Gene Simmons impression ever.
The worst movie, too.
Yeah.
It really is.
One of the worst.
Oh, God. At least the HBO special was freaking phenomenal.
Oh, the animated one? Fantastic.
That was phenomenal.
Sorry to hijack your point, but you were talking Batfleck, and I can only imagine that whatever script he wrote was probably just as bad as Spawn.
Do you know what's really pathetic about Spawn?
Is
the
big boobie chick died too
I happen
early?
to have it on DVD, which is pathetic because someone bought it for me.
Turn in your main card.
And there's special features with Todd McFarlane talking. And to listen to him defend the movie is just so pathetic. I know they didn't have a big budget for the cape, and I guess I don't mind him not having the cape. And
he did have a cape in 3 scenes, but it was all CGI.
Yeah, but Spawn always has the cape. The cape is a weapon.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's how
when they were too cheap with the CGI and they cut it out for half the movie, it's like, oh.
All right, I'll buy it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to but Spawn, dude. Spawn.
No, I absolutely. I mean, there wasn't much to go with that because there wasn't much knowledge of what he wrote. Obviously, there was a huge. If
they made a Spawn now, it would be fantastic. But Spawn
there's talks about it.
Spawn was still in its, I want to say, relative infancy. It had only been a comic for 6-7 years when they made the film.
Well, also,
you have 50 years of Batman, 50 years of Superman.
That revolutionized.
It broke the fucking wall down.
It's huge, man. This is a guy who is so pissed off, and this is a guy who brought Spider-Man from the brink of destruction. This is Todd McFarlane. Don't forget, he is iconic for the Spider-Man cover that it's Spider-Man in the corner.
I cannot
and
forget.
He's holding this webs, and all the fucking spiders are coming around him. It came in 3 different freaking variations. It came in a gold, a silver, and a black.
Yep.
And it was all shiny, dude. That cover was just what he did for the art of Spider-Man alone.
The problem I had with the film versus the comic, the comic's going to live in infamy because the guy was so pissed off and he was trying to...
Just pissed off at DC.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking about McFarlane. I'm talking about Spawn, the character. The movie just basically homogenized Al Simmons and Spawn.
The movie was like Doom.
It basically, and I understood the film, and I explained it to Angela last night. I said, the film is about this, and this. It sucks.
Well, when your whole budget goes into getting Martin Sheen. What do you have left?
Or DB Sweeney was still big at that point. So at that point,
he wasn't like
Michael J. White, right? Michael J. White, or whatever.
Right, Michael J. White.
You know what's funny? Out of that whole movie, he's the one I had the least problem with.
Who?
Michael J. White. I didn't mind.
No, I dug his portrayal, but at the same time, they homogenized the character to where he's in the bushes, Wanda.
PG-13
Fuck you.
movie.
This guy is supposed to be pissed off leading Hell's Army, but he has the internal conflict. They basically homogenized him from minute one.
Well, yeah, they had to.
I'm out. I'm not doing your killing anymore. You basically just castrated the character. Fuck you.
Don't forget John Leguizamo as the fucking...
That was amazing.
Oh, my
I remember
God.
seeing him on Leno way back in the day, talking about getting into that suit and walking around like crouched and how much it hurt and he had to have surgery on his knee and all this, but it was for the art. His character, to me, highlight of the film. Highlight. Go ahead. He concurs. Jimmy B in the place to be concurs, and that's a man with knowledge.
No,
right
Jimmy.
So let's just say we could have had another Spawn disaster if they would have actually let Batflack's film go through. So
Exactly.
sorry, Batflack, not sorry.
I'm curious though because I mean, as much as I hate this, the entire DC universe is being produced by Zack Snyder. So Snyder would have had some hand in like
Telling Batflack to it's not happening. dude.
I'm wondering.
Oh, it had to come right from Zach himself.
Right.
Yeah.
It had to have. Zach must have been like, "Hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah, no, we're not going to do it.
Got to do it.
Well,
Nah.
here's the thing, though.
Nah, sorry, buddy.
Are they still going to use Deathstroke? Because I was pretty excited about that.
So was I, and I still am.
I'm not so excited about the guy they were casting, but
I wasn't too excited about
Joe
it either.
Manganiello.
But,
No.
Even though he was great in the new Pee Wee movie
Yes, he was.
as himself.
Wasn't that great? If you haven't seen, what was the name of it? It was Pee-wee's Big Holiday.
Yeah.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Pee-wee fans everywhere.
You
should be
haters can
rejoicing.
you haters can eat a dick because I know you're
Exactly.
I know you're about to pop up in the comments.
They're gonna say Big Top Pee-wee. Fuck you. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Pee-wee's Big Holiday. Skip the circus movie. Fuck you. 1 and 3. Just forget about 2.
And that's the bottom line.
'Cause Eddie Focus said so.
Take it away.
Your turn.
Oh man, the pressure's on again.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember, but I know there was a story in Florida.
Oh, God, we said we'd stay away. You're killing me.
Oh man,
Is this the one where the guy reached in to do something and the gator bit his arm off? That was recent.
I love that one.
no, I don't think so. There was something with gators. He did something to him.
Is this going to take a while? Because I could just throw mine out here now.
Go ahead, throw it out there, man. I'm
All
still
right.
remembering.
This is not... I'm throwing this out there because I know there are trolls out there who are going to go back and say, Chris is talking about you, Mike's talking about you, Eddie's talking about you. First of all, fuck you guys. You know what's fucked up? Non-New Hampshire story. An ex-husband or wife. Let's just throw that out there. I don't want to piss anybody off. I don't want to ruffle any fucking feathers.
But you will.
Oh, I always do, and I'm glad for it. An ex that is court-ordered to pay half of activities for the child, paying their half for several months, and then with no reason, saying in the morning that the child cannot have their extracurricular activity because they just basically refuse to pay for it. Because in their mind, they don't want to do it anymore. When the child has expressed to several, are you listening to me? Several
Several
people
times.
that they want to continue the activity. I don't care what the activity is. They're trying to do something. They're trying to learn a skill, whether it's carpentry, whether it's automotive technician, whether it's softball, whether it's drumming, whether it's swimming
Hey,
lessons.
it's something they like, dude.
Exactly.
Go for it.
Now, I can say this from experience. There was a moment where said child said, I may not be into this. Okay. This is where decision time comes in. You are at an age, and I will say this child is between 10 and 14 years old. You tell the child, well, this is where decision time comes in. If you decide this is not for you, you just don't do it anymore.
Right.
It's that fucking simple. So, child makes a decision and texts one of their parents. I won't say which gender and I won't say which parent. It says, hey, you know what? I've decided to continue with this particular activity. Just wanted to let you know. Parent texts back, well, that's fine, but I'm not paying for shit. Thank you, fuck you, bye. At what point do we hold these privileged, unwashed fucking idiots accountable for what they say? look, I'm going to say this, and I've had this same conversation with my ex-wife. When you make a promise to the kid, keep the promise.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. If you make a promise to a kid, you definitely you don't break kids' promises. There's nothing worse than that. That's just ridiculous. You're asking for it.
You know, I promised my kid I'd take her to Yankee Stadium. I said, first, we're going to go to Dodd Stadium, right up the street here in Connecticut. We're going to watch a baseball game. Let's see how you react.
Right.
You know what that kid wanted to do? Get popcorn, cotton candy, go to the arcade, go all this bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
I says, I'm not taking you to New York, 55,000 strong, if all you're going to do is want to get gimmicks. Fuck you. You're going to sit and watch the game. So we moved the Yankee Stadium thing into like a Six Flags Day or Lake Compounce it was. So at the end of it, she learned her lesson. If you're not going to watch what's in front of you, I mean, she was great at Kiss, but at the baseball game, not so much. And I can understand it. Some people can't keep their attention.
Thing, right.
But this is something that this child, who I won't mention, is really into. Yes, I know they fell off a little bit. They thought it wasn't for them, and then the interest picked up again. That's normal. When you're between the ages of 10 and 14, your interests wane. Cripes, I can remember being huge from 10 to 12, watching soccer on television, saying, I want to play soccer when I get to high school. Then I realized, when I got to high school, I really don't like soccer. I'd rather play baseball. And boom, there it went. Your interest wane and your interest change, but if you are, in this case, a parent who is obligated to take care of half of the extracurricular activities, sorry, I want to correct myself, at what point do you hold said fucktard responsible, and when does this jackass grow up?
Not going to happen anytime soon.
Probably not.
Obviously. But no, you gotta, there's ways to be held accountable, and you gotta force them to be held accountable.
Unfortunately, it would require more money because then you have to take said cocksucker to court.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, like I said, it's a double-edged sword, man. It's catch-22.
I think we should do fucked up again in like 3 weeks because I got a lot of venom. I held it back because I was on vacation, but Ed brought it out of me.
Keep it to your live feed.
What do you got from Florida?
Yeah, seriously, let's go to Florida.
Actually, it's not Florida.
We see you on there. We see you.
I remember the story I wanted to talk about. This is in Ohio, actually.
Oh, dear God. Don't get me started on Ohio, the birthplace.
Headline. Ohio woman shot at gender reveal party lied about pregnancy. Bitch. And Ohio, this is from the New York Daily News.
This is going to be fun. Wait a minute.
I confirmed this with
from the National Enquirer of newspapers.
I actually verified this at a couple of sources.
I know you always do your homework, much like all of us.
I looked at this earlier in the week, and this is the most briefest summary of it. An Ohio woman who told police she had lost her unborn child after being shot in the leg at her gender reveal party was actually not pregnant.
Whoa. She lost her leg at the gender reveal party?
Lost her child.
Oh, lost her at the gender reveal party?
Yes.
I'm just doing my math. I'm trying to remember when I found out.
She said she lost it.
I'm trying to find out when I found out I was having a daughter, which was about 4 to 5 months in. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
You're going off on this is going off on a
go ahead.
Tangent. Coleraine Township Police Chief Mark Denny announced Monday that the woman Cheyenne Willis was not expecting a baby at the time of the party. According to Cincinnati.com, authorities are still trying to determine why the 21-year-old woman was hosting the party if she was not pregnant. All we have at this point is speculation. So, in summary, this woman was having a gender reveal party. 2 gunmen walked through her front door and fired 14 rounds while partygoers were watching a movie.
At who?
The whole crowd.
Random?
8 people, including 3 children, were injured during the shooting.
Oh, my God.
Autumn Garrett, 22, of Indiana, was killed. Willis, who made headlines in 2015 after she claimed she was beaten up by a group of girls, had told WCPO after being released from the hospital that she had lost her baby. And turns out she was having a gender reveal party and was never pregnant in the first place.
Go ahead.
You know it's fucked up. Let's talk about it.
Go ahead.
Obviously, this is the way I see it. This woman was trying to scam her friends into free shit by having a gender reveal party and was never pregnant Something happened. 2 people came in, probably people that she pissed off, shot everybody, and shot her in the leg. Then tried to claim she lost the baby.
At what point do we go back to every Lifetime movie that every one of us at this table has been forced to watch by a woman, where a woman, and I'm not, women, before I say what I'm about to say, shut up. There are women that do this. This woman lied about a pregnancy, chances are, to keep her man. And has a gender reveal party. She's probably already lost the baby,
gender reveal party. Where's he?
That's a great question. Where was he?
Usually
party,
gender reveal party. Males.
I've seen videos of my friends having gender reveal parties.
Golf balls, males hitting baseballs, males freaking.
Friend of the show, Mark Kane, hit the golf ball. Friend of the show is
my cousin
Manny Guzman stabbed the balloon and all blue popped out, and they had their son Julian.
Blue balloons come out, pink balloons come out. It's all kinds of different crazy shit they do.
Did this woman lie just to keep her man?
Doesn't say anything about a husband, boyfriend, or anything.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah,
random fucking club dude.
She could have gotten pregnant, and then,
According to this, she was never pregnant in the first place.
Well, what I'm saying is she's saying she got pregnant, the guy left me, I'm raising the kid myself, I'm going to take all this stuff now, and we're going to go sell it on eBay, make my money back.
Or she's just scamming the motherfuckers.
Yeah, well,
that sounds about right.
Especially if you're getting gifts.
I'm thinking a con gone bad.
You're thinking business cards or gift cards and all that other shit, man. You can fucking give those away for...
You turn those in at the Stop and Shop and get 75%
of the actual list.
You guys have both have had children. So,
not physically, but yes,
you know what I'm saying. One of the fastest ways to get gifts is to tell everybody you're expecting.
Oh, yeah.
They throw the appliances at you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm thinking con gone bad. She's conning these friends into thinking she's pregnant. Probably was going to come up with a bullshit story about a miscarriage. Someone ended up shooting up the place, and she got shot in the leg.
Out of all the places to get shot, she gets shot in the leg.
Comment on Facebook says maybe she's just a nut job. She wanted attention.
I don't know. Seems too calculated to me.
I said women are too perfect to do that.
I don't know. Oh Jesus! Here comes the Springer mode. What happened? Lifetime movie. All right, no, you're taking my point to the extreme, and you win. You win the day.
There are
CSI, fucking Law and Order, fucking Criminal Intent, crime, fucking victims units.
Every movie on Oxygen.
Fucking
go ahead, Eddie.
You name it, they do it.
There's I can't remember what it's called. There's a disorder where you actually pretend to be ill because you like the attention.
Yeah, Munchausen.
Right. How it was on House.
I thought about that recently. We were just talking about this.
She could be suffering from a form of Munchausen where she needs the attention, and nobody gets more attention than a pregnant woman.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Well, now you're
maybe the people that shot up the place are victims of her con.
Possibly.
That's a little extreme, though. Maybe not. Maybe you do want to kill a whole bunch of other people just to make a point.
All right. I'll still say...
It depends on what you were conned out of.
I'll still say...
The medical bills are so high, I can't afford them.
God.
Let me write you a check for $1,500 here, $2,000 here. Shit like that happens.
Oh, yeah.
Right. What I'll say is, first of all, fuck you for conning all your friends and saying, I'm pregnant, and here comes the gender reveal and all that bullshit.
Right.
I say fuck you to the people that came in and shot up the place, regardless of what your intention was. Innocent people didn't have to get hurt. And I'll say fuck you to anybody who supports this woman.
Well, I'm going to give her one support. I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Here we go.
At least she acknowledges there's two genders.
Oh my God! Yes, yes. I'm buying it.
Bonus points there.
I'm buying it.
I triggered someone out there.
Probably.
All right. So speaking of trigger, hit that.
Yeah, roll that beautiful bean footage.
That was fucking spectacular.
There's some good-looking cats in that video.
There's some cats. There's some cats.
You had breaking news.
There's some cats up
What's
in there.
the breaking news?
Apparently, Supreme Court is allowing the strict refugee ban.
Refugee ban.
Yes.
Can you keep your freaking bottle in check?
I can.
Probably.
Bend over.
Not on this particular day.
Not in this show.
Right. Oh my God. I you know what? I'm still going. I'm still on that fucking fake pregnant woman. I'm just blah, 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 blah. Sounds like some people we know.
And now the top 10 biggest fake pregnant. No. Anyway.
So, people bitching about the same old shit.
Welcome, CJ, for the first time.
Non-stop bitching about the same old shit, right?
Yep.
It's all over fucking Facebook. People bitch about all
I know.
fucking
Vikings are robbed.
right?
Falcons fuck up in the fourth quarter.
No.
Same old shit.
You know what?
I'm sick of it.
Thank you.
Personally, I'm sick of it.
I'm with you.
So I am personally going to give you 10 new things that you can bitch about instead of fucking what you're bitching about now.
I'm liking this so far.
Like it?
I like
Okay.
the title. I'm working with this.
Number 10. I don't got no honorable mentions because I'm just helping you guys out. 10,
All right.
10's all you
I'm
get.
sure we'll come up with some.
Number 10. Tom Brady's on the cover of Madden this year.
I'm not buying Madden.
That's something you could bitch about right there.
I'm okay.
Wait a minute. Is this an even year or an odd year for Madden? It's Madden 18, right?
It's 18.
I'm not buying it anyway because I only buy the odd years.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't. There's nothing with that except the first Batman.
It's the goat edition.
I always buy the odd years.
Number 9. Family members that aren't yours. Bitch about them, dude. Just bitch about them.
Oh,
Number 8.
America!
I do.
Number 8. Your small dick or Skittle tits. You can just
wow.
bitch about those all you want.
Yep.
Because not only that, it's amusing and people will make fun of it.
I'll buy it.
So it could continue, like bring joy to people for continuous days.
Absolutely.
Number 7, the government. Nah, that means you'd have to be proactive.
You know what the best thing is? The funny thing is when we went through New Hampshire, we saw a bunch of great towns. I always called it Back to the Future, where they were clean, thriving, and I wish we could do that around here.
Yeah.
And around here, everybody wants to go, oh no, let the government fix it. I want to get proactive. I'm sure if I talk to you after the show or you after the show, we could probably spearhead something. But everybody in this area wants to go, fuck this, let the government handle it.
Nobody
Bullshit.
fucks up shit quicker than the government.
Pretty much.
Number 6, the last shark in Jaws was never avenged by a family member. That's some bullshit right
That
there.
is some bullshit.
It just ended right there. What his family wasn't like, dude, that's fucked up, dude. That bitch came out of nowhere and decided to come kill us.
Family should be family.
Family shark family.
That's what I'm saying.
Family shouldn't
Family
stand
shouldn't stand behind the aggressor. Family should stand behind family.
No, Brody's wife killed it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So what the
exactly.
fuck? That's it. That's a shark line right there. Bullshit. You know how many sharks fucking a great white has?
But it's that shark.
Oh, dear God.
Not that shark. This is not that shark. That shark had a
Are
family
you
too.
arguing with
That
a
shark
movie?
had a family too.
Are
That's
you
what I'm saying.
arguing with a movie
That's
that
what I'm
had
saying.
Michael Caine in
You
it?
could bitch about it.
Yes.
You could bitch about it. Number 5, the Duracell family and Max Headroom were for the same dysfunctional family.
I'll buy it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Number 4, now that Tiger's gone, the game of golf is pretty much dead.
I don't know about that.
What is golf?
Yeah, see? Who? Is it GIF? Isn't that a car?
Payne Stewart was a pretty badass golfer.
Who?
Oh, he died. Never mind.
Number 3.
John Daly's still alive.
Number 3, we could bitch about whose chin's more famous, Jay Leno or Megan Fox.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Well, I'll give you a third chin. Reese Witherspoon, that fucking
We don't
pointy
need
gimmick.
that one.
Oh,
We don't need that one.
she could dig a hole with her face.
Number 2, you could bitch about the fact that empty beer cans don't refill themselves. What the
Oh!
is up with that?
Preach on, Brother Loki!
Nobody's brought it on Shark Tank
I'm
yet.
just saying, dude. I'm just
I'm
saying.
working on it.
And we got a number
car
one.
alarm.
Fix that car alarm. No, that's Jay's.
Is it?
That's Jay's.
All right, number 1.
And number 1.
Oh, as he coughs.
Thank you. You were slapped in the pee-pee after you were warned to stay the fuck out of business, you little fuck boy. That's what it's all about. Bitching.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Can I expand on that comment?
Absolutely.
Hey, people have families. Now, if you want to fuck around with somebody's house, that's your business.
They do it in Game of Thrones, I heard.
Expect
Winter's coming.
If you shoot at somebody,
Never seen a single episode.
neither have I.
Me neither.
But-
Actually, I saw bits and pieces.
I have breaking news.
What?
Just popped up on my screen from
What is it?
Liberty Hangout.
Go ahead.
John McCain has been diagnosed with brain cancer.
Oh man. Whether I like John McCain or I don't like John McCain, nobody wants to hear that somebody
that jet fuel, man.
Nobody wants to.
I know
hear
he
that.
was out for health reasons. They thought he had a blood clot, but apparently he has brain cancer.
Wow,
Nobody wants to hear.
He's been
That's shitty at the
babbling
end of the
really
day.
weird.
Have you read
Yeah.
those? Yeah. Nobody wants to hear that somebody is diagnosed with a debilitating disease. God bless John McCain. Whether or not I agree with him, don't agree with him, etc., so forth. Thoughts and prayers, man. John McCain, big ups to you, man.
Absolutely, man. That's some shitty ass shit.
Let's go back to the point.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to kill that.
That's
It
all,
popped up in front of me.
no. And you know what? That's what
He's been in
we're
the Senate forever.
that's what we're here for. Breaking news live on Facebook. You want to hear it, or on Twitter, or on YouTube? This is where you come. This is where we do our thing. Read that number one again. I just want to hear it one more time.
You can bitch. This is because top 10. You can bitch about how you were slapped in the pee-pee after you were warned to stay the fuck out of my business. Little fuckboy.
Okay. Now, there are people in this world who think that everything you do is righteous and good. You know somebody like that?
No, not at all.
I know somebody like that.
Everybody
You know
that's
somebody
called
like that? I'm
perfect.
sure you do.
I'm as close to perfect as they get.
Liar. But anyway, when you are pointing out somebody else's guilt, make sure you understand that when you have a finger pointing at you, or you're pointing a finger, I should say, there
You
are
have
four more
pointing
right back at you. This is we have never, ever shied
Next
away.
week, top 10 is mine.
Well, we'll share a top 10 because I already got my top 10 written for next week.
Cliches that need to go.
All I'm saying is, motherfucker, if you're warned and somebody says, don't walk on my lawn or I'm going to shoot you, and you walk on the lawn and you get shot, hey, too bad, so sad. Not my fucking problem. Bleed on my lawn. It's great for the greenery.
You know? Or open your mouth 4 times and I'll stick my dick in it.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hello.
The problem is that a lot of these people have sympathizers, and those sympathizers will never hear the truth. But at the end of the day, you know what? Their problem, not mine. You take care of your business. Do you take care of your business?
Every fucking
I
day,
certainly
baby.
take care of
Take
mine. Ed takes care of his, and collectively, this show takes care of ours. Once again, please go to the Loki and Jabroni Show Facebook page. Donate to Baby Gage. He desperately needs your help.
Visit LokiandJabroni.com. Check out it's mobile friendly, it's laptop friendly, it's tablet friendly.
It's everything.
Check out our affiliate links.
just
There
fucking
are
friendly.
Sign
So
up
many
for
things.
the unsafe space. I'm
So
hoping
many
someday
stuff.
these guys will.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't had a chance. I've been on vacation, bro. I've been ingesting race fuel and beer.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. Welcome, Terry.
Guys, thank you all very much. Once again, go to Patreon. Leave those donations.
Patreon.com/Loki and Jabroni. We need it. And I'm still in talks with Upper Deck in Clinton, Connecticut for the SummerSlam party, which is a call I need to make tomorrow night to cement it. So if you guys are in the southeastern Connecticut area,
We're getting
want to have a
close to
good
the Party
time,
with Marty.
Party with Marty at
Party
Crystal
with Marty,
Peaks.
which don't forget is also in links with the fight.
Oh, we haven't
Very
talked a
well
lot
there.
about the fight lately.
I know. Real quick before we go off, I got 2 things I got to say. Number 1, his suit with the pinstripes, fuck you.
That was badass.
Dude, he makes those himself, I guess. It's his own line of suits.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm going to have to fucking find out where I can get that.
I need one of those. I know a wedding that's coming up. We could wear those too.
That is a badass suit, number 1. Number 2, him calling out fucking Mayweather for being an illiterate bastard was...
That was good. That was good.
A, ballsy, but B, so disrespectful. Like,
Real
it was
quick.
just, wow.
Real quick before we go, I got roped in once again while I'm on vacation. We talked about it about a year and a half ago. Red Sox Yankees going 16 fucking innings.
Oh, yeah.
As I'm trying to wake up early.
Every year, man.
And I put that post up and you loved it. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, 16 innings. It was a 4-1 game at the end. 1-1 for 16 innings. Jesus Christ. Can these guys let us just have a life?
No.
You're a Red Sox fan. I'm a Yankee fan. Jiminy Christmas. How many times a year can they do this to us?
Like at least once a year. Every
Easily.
happens. Every year.
Easily. You can buy T-shirts and hoodies now with those pinstripes, says Ange, at, I'm guessing it's ConnorMcGregor.com.
I want the suit. That's just
I could deal with the hoodie, but I'm good.
Just have a bitch try to say fuck you, man. All right, guys. Thank you all very much. We will be seeing you guys on Monday.
Yes, we're back to Monday.
It's going to be a short one, so we'll see if we get a Twitter fan base back. And as always, we love you guys. Thank you for your donations. Thank you very much for your patronage. And thank you for your likes, shares, and loves. We love you guys very much.
Peace.